Hello people, Jeff the King here and welcome to a Minecraft tutorial, and today I'm just going to be showing you guys how to put little touches into your buildings, things like, bits of furniture and stuff like that, things that don't really serve any practical use but make the place look better. Now, the most common table and chair design that you see would be this. It would be what you'd see in an NPC village, which is a fence with a pressure plate on top and a chair, and this was what I was trying to use for inside my Jeff cave. But the problem with this is if you try and make this any bigger, well, number one, the table starts looking stupid, and then number two, these actually don't join up to each other. When did that happen? These don't actually join up to each other, they leave this gap in the middle, which makes it look a bit silly. So if you want to actually solve this, you could just have, let's say, a wooden table that just goes across like this, but then again, that's still not exactly amazing, it's just a bit of a block. So if you want to solve this, you want to be completely disregarding that design for chair, and you want to cover everywhere in half slabs. Now this can be a bit of a ball ache, I can tell you this from first-hand experience, but it enables you to do many unique little designs with your tables and such. So you can go like this, and that's that done. Now you need to take out where you want the table to be, so I'll say it's here, and you can give it either wood or cobblestone stairs, stuff like this. So you give it that, and then you do the same as far as you want it to go, let's say here. So that goes there, and then you cover it in more half slabs, which will make this table look like this. So that's a table, and what the half slabs does is it disguises the stairs and makes them look like legs, like so. And if this was wider, you could do what I did on my other one and make stairs into like a type of bench, which would go like this across. So it'd just be a little thing steeping out, and it'd look not like that, like a bit of a bench, and that looks silly. And I'm about to sneeze, so cut right. Sorry about that, but we're back and I finished this off. So you got this little bit that steeps up right here, which is part of this here. You'd imagine people sitting here. If you want to widen it out, you can break this here and not put a half slab back in its place, or put a stairs the wrong way around. And you could put stairs facing this way as well, and you get a little tiny gap, so the little step thing is closer, but you get a wider little bench like this, so it'd look pretty darn neat, like so. Or you could just have these as half slabs and have those as stairs facing that way, and you'd get a similar kind of effect, but with less of a gap, depending how much of a gap you want in between, depends on where you put them. So that's pretty much how I have it in the Jeff Cave right now, except my legs are made out of stairs as well. So you could do that, and if you want it to look more modern, you could do the exact same thing, say on a wooden floor, make the stairs leg things out of wood, and then put normal stone slabs on the top. So I could show you that, but that's basically the exact same structure with just the material swapped around, and it'd look a bit more modern. Obviously not cobblestone slabs, you want proper stone slabs. Cobblestone slabs don't really make that good of a tabletop in my opinion. So that's what you get for ye olde looking style building, but sometimes you just want something a bit more modern looking, and for that we're going to switch to this side. But first I'm going to have to cut again and make a few preparations in my inventory and show you a bit more of a modern styled building, let's say. Okay, so we're back, and you can see that I have some weird ass items in my inventory, and that's because we're not just making a normal modern looking house, we're making a bit of a pimp pad, let's say. So basically you want beds facing away from each other to start with, and then you need to take your red wool and surround it all the way around. Obviously this would fit into your room, whereas I've not made this little test area slightly large enough. So you got yourself a nice big ass red sofa here with a nice looking design to it, and it's nice and low and slouched down as you'd see in most modern buildings. And if you want yourself something to watch rather than a wall, which let's face it you would have if you were splashing out for things like that, don't want that one, want that one there. And then you will take black wool for yourself a TV screen. So you have yourself a bit of a TV there, and if you want to edit it slightly more, you can put a button on, and you can surround the sides with some trapdoors, and you get a bit of a frame around it, which looks better than just leaving it blank. So you got yourself a TV, and you got yourself a little slouching red couch here, and if you really want to, because every pimp pad needs one, I don't want that, I want that here, you will have yourself, as close as we can get to it, a stripper pole. And we want that to be some other kind of material that looks better. Why not just put that there? So you got yourself a little bit of a more modern looking type thing here with some unique looking features to it, rather than just the oldie styles that you can get out of this normally. Obviously you can do other styles of tables. One of the most common style of table is the piston table, which is done rather simply with a piston, and then you want these stairs as seats again. You take out this, you put your piston in, you take out this and this, and you get, well, we'll just put sandstone there. You put it as the same as what your flooring is, but obviously you can't do that with sand because it'll just screw up. So you put your redstone torch underneath it, is where you put your redstone torch, Jeff. Nope. There we go. So we could just leave that as sand, but I can't be asked going back into my inventory. And you get yourself that, and then you put your chairs next to it, and you get yourself a little table. This is something you'd want for, like, you know, dining tables, little benches, because these do actually, unlike the other ones, join up properly together in the way that you would expect tables to, so you can make them larger as long as you want, really, and they'll join up like that, and they look pretty darn cool as tabletops. Obviously you'll probably want to stick away from sticky pistons unless you want your restaurant goers to think you've got some weird stuff stuck to the top of your tables. But yeah, you got some nice dining tables, I think we'll call them, made out of pistons there. But obviously the only problem is you can't see this here, but if you're in like a dining restaurant thing, these are usually like concreted into the ground anyway, so this pretty much sits within theme of what you'd expect. So we've got a few ideas there. These you can make a sofa out of these and just put them together and then put the signs on either side, but if you're wanting something big and fancy looking, I'd go with this one, and then if you want an old looking building, I'd go with this design. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. There's just a few things that you can put in. Obviously there's many more different style of things that you can put into your buildings, and if you want more tutorials on the lines of how to let's say we'll call it the Pimp Out Your Pad series, then we ask for it and I will put more tutorials out. So this is Jeff the King signing out.